Have you ever wondered why housing is so unaffordable in Canada? In this video, I'll provide a research-backed explanation of the housing bubble and what we can do to make homes affordable again. I'm Adnan. I lead analytics for a fintech here in Toronto. I also started a community project to help people to decide if they should buy or rent. Now, on to the affordability crisis. Let's start with the facts. Fact number one. According to a recent study, Toronto is the fifth most unaffordable city in the world. Even San Francisco is more affordable than Toronto. Fact number two. In the middle of a pandemic that has devastated the economy, house prices have gone up by 25% across Canada. Fact number three. If you're a typical millennial, it'll take you between 15 to 20 years to save for a down payment. Now, if you talk to a realtor, you'll get the following arguments. The first thing you'll hear is Toronto is the next New York, and obviously we are a lot cheaper than Manhattan. The second thing they'll say is that Canada takes in over 300,000 immigrants every year, hence there will always be demand. And finally, of course, their favorite line is that there isn't enough supply. This narrative is flawed. Let's debunk it one by one. Let's start with the easy one. Toronto is not the next New York. Purely on economic terms, New York's GDP is about the same as all of Canada combined. Take everything that Canada does from coast to coast. All the tech, manufacturing, mining, oil, fisheries, everything. And it's around the economic output of New York City area. So that argument is bonkers. Now let's look at the second argument about immigration and housing supply. Yes, Canada takes in a lot of immigrants, and yes, we need more housing supply. But if you look at the data, then housing construction has mostly kept pace. Josh Gordon from Simon Fraser has done quite a bit of research here. The ratio of population to homes has been going down over time. And what this basically means is that there are enough homes being built for people. So there's something else going on here, and it's not pretty. The first issue is foreign money. Notice, I didn't say foreign ownership, but foreign money. The two are different. Toronto is widely regarded as a money laundering capital of the world. In fact, there's even a term for it, and you'll love this. It's called snow washing. According to The Economist magazine, identity checks to obtain a library card are more onerous than those to form a private firm. A lot of this laundered money, funneled through shell corporations, ends up, you guessed it, in real estate. Foreign ownership is not the real bogeyman. It's foreign money. It's the hot capital that sloshes around, treating our homes as speculative financial instruments. And the government is doing very little to curb it. Foreign money is only half the story though. There's something else at play here. And that's the decision Canada has taken as a country to treat real estate as an asset class, not as a home. This unwavering commitment to real estate is damaging our social fabric. We are forcing young people into windowless basements. We're exacerbating wealth inequality. But the real troubling implication is not so obvious. Let's take a step back to understand the big picture. We expect our income and living standards to go up over time. We expect each generation to be more prosperous than the last. In economic terms, what makes this possible is productivity improvements. These improvements usually come from investments in the real economy. When a factory buys plant and machinery, their productivity goes up. This means that in the aggregate, we can do more with less. Hence, our quality of life improves over time. The problem with real estate is that it has become an invasive species. It's devouring resources and is sucking vast amounts of credit away from the productive economy. Since the 1970s, debt has been increasing relative to GDP. And most of this debt is not for business investments, it's for household consumption. Primarily, is for mortgages. In the medium term, homeowners, realtors, mortgage brokers, they all benefit. But in the long run, society pays the price. So what can we do about this? First, we have to assert as a country that homes are homes are homes. They're not speculative instruments. What this entails is that the vast government apparatus propping up real estate as an asset class has to be dismantled. Property taxes need to go up. Capital gains exemptions need to be removed. It's going to hurt in the short term, but it will save us from a bleak future. Second, we need to clamp down on foreign money, not through lip service and regulation full of loopholes, but measures with real teeth. Third, we need to radically increase the supply of co-ops and purpose-built rentals. Not chicken coops built by private equity funds, but a place one can call home. If there's one thing you take away from this video, it's this: real estate in Canada is a bubble. If you're on the fence on whether to buy or rent, then it may not be such a bad idea to rent for the time being. And one last thing, don't give into FOMO.